Hi there, it's Kathleen. Welcome back to our three-part video series, What is Health and Fitness Coaching? I'm excited to talk with you today on part 2 about income and perks. So yesterday we talked about what it is to be a coach, the company Beachbody, what a coach is and isn't, and we talked about that formula for success and how we get our challengers to achieve their goals as well as how we achieve our goals. But today we're going to talk realistically about the income and the perks of coaching. So here's what you can expect today. The earning potential, how we actually earn money. We'll talk more about those perks. And then we'll talk about the fine print, the things you need to know about coaching before you make a decision if this is the right choice for you. So just to remind you, that formula that we were talking about yesterday, fitness plus nutrition plus support equals success. And that's really the essence of the business, the essence of coaching. It's helping people live healthy and fulfilling lives. And that's what we're really trying to do. And again, those success stories like Nicole, who said, I can't express how grateful I feel. It's Saturday afternoon, and instead of feeling sluggish and tired, I have energy and feel motivated. With your help and the supportive challenge groups, I have completely changed my life. So it's stories like that that push us forward. But having said that, now it's time to talk realistically about the income of this business. A word of caution before we get any further, that this is in no way a get-rich-quick scheme. Coaching is something that you have an amazing opportunity in front of you, and it will work if you put in the time and effort to do it. This is not something that's going to be an overnight success, but it will be an accelerated success compared to pretty much any other career that I know of. What this business offers, instead of a get-rich-quick scheme, is that if we use focused but flexible work hours and consistency over time, there will be amazing success. And that's something that I love about this business. It's not that I don't work, it's that I work flexible hours. I work, for me, when my kids are napping, I work in the evenings at times so that I don't have to miss out on things in their lives. Because truly, and in this business, the sky is the limit. And I'm going to hopefully show that to you today as we move forward in this video. So first, we're going to talk about earning potential. And I want to tell you a little bit about my own story first. So I have a degree in social work, a master's degree in social work. And before I became a coach, I was an oncology social worker working with people living with cancer. So I worked, I did some support groups with people, and I worked with lots of families who were dealing with very difficult things. It was a very meaningful bit of work for me, but let's be real. As a social worker, it was very long hours. I squeezed in time so I could try and spend more time with my family. I squeezed most of my work into 3 or 4 days a week, and they were long hours. So I worked into the evenings on at least 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes 3, and I worked at least every other Saturday, sometimes more than that. Half of my salary went to daycare costs. My kids went to daycare all 3 of those days when I was working, and at least half of my salary went to that. And truly, as a social worker, the best possible annual raise I could hope for was 3%. Sometimes it wasn't even that. That's not to say that my work wasn't meaningful, but I'm being real about my salary. So when I first started and I had my own success, I had no intention of joining a challenge group to become a coach. I really just wanted to feel better about myself. But when I saw the potential and how it worked for me, and I thought I wanted to try and do something more to help other people, I thought maybe I could just earn a little side income in addition to my social work salary so that I could get a cleaning lady. That was my real motivation at first. But then what happened for me, a term that we use in the social work profession is something called compassion fatigue. Burnout's another way to talk about that. Stress. So that kind of stuff was really starting to weigh on me. There was some political things happening at work that were weighing on me, but more than that, it was really about the stories that I was taking home with me. So I saw many families through death, and some of those things that were really weighing on me, what I was finding where I was coming home and it was really affecting the way I was with these 3 guys right here. So instead of holding them closer, as some people may when they see that kind of trauma in their work, I was actually kind of pushing them away. And it was really, really bothering me that my work was affecting my home life so much. In addition to that, the long hours, the time I was with my boys, I started feeling like I needed a change. And so I read something called the 4-Hour Work Week, which opened my eyes to the possibility, not so much about the actual time spent on work, but the idea that there could be other ways to work that weren't the traditional kind of 9 to 5, or in my case, 10 to 10, or 12 to 10, or whatever. It opened my eyes to the possibility that there's another way to work. And with that came the possibility of Beachbody. And this idea that I could work on my own time and in a flexible way and have an earning potential that was hugely different than what I had previously seen through my social work. So I took a leap of faith, and I decided that I was going to go all in with Beachbody. I saw the potential, and I thought, this is something for me. So I actually resigned from my job, pulled the kids from daycare, took the leap of faith, and jumped into Beachbody coaching. And here's an idea of what happened for me. And everybody's different, everybody's story is different, but here's just one story among many about my earning stats from when I started as a coach until now. So within 6 months of leaving my social work profession and doing Beachbody from home, I earned back half my salary, which for me was actually my full salary, because I was able to pull my kids out of daycare, so we didn't have daycare costs anymore. So half my salary was really pretty good. By a year, I had earned back my entire salary as a social worker. And here I am at month 21 in the business, so I'm coming up on 2 years, and my salary now with Beachbody is actually my full salary and a half. So the earning potential in this business, and I'm not even 2 years in, I basically got a 50% raise in 21 months versus the 3% raise that I was looking at earning, not even year after year, depending on how the company was doing, my organization was doing. So 3% or less raise each year. So pretty darn good. But the most amazing thing is the potential in this business is exponential. So it can be 50%, 150%, 300%, 600%. I mean, it's just huge. And it's unlike anything I ever imagined with my social work job. I mean, of course, I didn't go into the profession of social work thinking that I would have a hugely financial, it wasn't for the money, let's be real. But once I started having my children and I started seeing things that I might like to do with my life and my time, that piece of it, this idea that coaches who have gone before us now have financial freedom, that keeps me going so strong, because it's amazing to think of the possibility to not have the concern of money. I mean, what could you do if that was a possibility in your life in a way shorter time than a traditional earning just 3%, 3%, 3%? What if you could earn 50%, 100%, 200, 300, whatever percent? What could you do with your life if that were to happen over the next several years versus over a lifetime? Because truly, the sky's the limit. And how amazing is it to open up our hearts and our minds to that potential in something like this? I mean, there are so many dreams that I have now that I didn't even know existed in my heart and in my head before, thinking that what if finances were not a concern of our families? So like I said, I'm just one story among many. So this was the statement of independent coach earnings for the year ending in 2014. And this is it's a little bit of small reading here. Hopefully you can read it. But anyway, it's the idea of the average of many coaches. So there are literally hundreds of thousands of coaches with Beachbody. And this is an average, including coaches who don't actually work the business. And we're going to talk about that in a minute, who aren't actually running this as a job. Maybe they're just in it for discounts. But anyway, you can take a look here, hopefully, and see it's a wide range. And there's low earnings and high earnings and average earnings at each rank. And there are different ranks within the company. And we'll talk more about that. And when you sign on to become a coach, we'll talk more about that in our trainings, how those ranks work. Not so important right now, but what is important is just to understand the potential of earnings. So I'm not sure if you can see, but for example, at the rank of Star Diamond, low earnings is around $3,800. High earnings in 1 year is literally over $2 million. It's absolutely amazing. And something to think about as you're thinking about this as a potential business. So how do we actually make money as coaches? Let's get down to it. So the first way to earn money is commission. So that means that on every sale, we make a commission. So sometimes it's 25%. So it varies slightly, but 25 to 30% commission on sales. So things like a challenge pack, like that one there of PIO with Shakeology, 25% commission on that. But something that to make sure that you know, there's no you don't have to reach a certain level. I just mentioned rank briefly there. You don't have to reach a certain level, and you don't have to buy any products yourself to earn the commission. So that's something you can just do simply by, wherever you are, you can simply sell something and make commission. But the other way that we make money is through bonuses. And this is where some of those high numbers you saw came from. That wasn't from sales, it was from bonuses. So basically how that works is you build a team of coaches and you can earn money through what we call team cycle bonuses, matching bonuses, and Star Diamond quarterly bonuses. So some of these are a little bit hard to explain, but the idea is that if you build a team of coaches under you, then you can get access to these awesome bonuses. So it's hard to put here into words the team cycle bonus and the matching bonuses, but I can tell you more about the Star Diamond quarterly bonuses. So every quarter, so meaning every 3 months of the year, Beachbody takes out 2% of all the earnings and splits that among these ranks. So there's Star Diamond is a rank in the company, and once you get to 2-star Diamond, you can start accessing these quarterly bonuses. So at 2-star, the bonus is around $1,000. At 5-star, it's between $3,500 and $4,500. 10 stars between $10,000 and $15,000. And those coaches that reach the rank of 15-star, the quarterly bonus is between $30,000 and $50,000 a quarter. Pretty amazing things to shoot for in this business. And there's more. So if money, maybe you're enticed by the money like I am, but maybe you're also thinking, I've seen other people post about other things that you get from coaching, and I want to talk you through those as well. So the first one being discounts. So some people enter this business because of this alone. They just love the products and they want 25% off any product, and you get that by becoming a coach. So any workout program, anything like Shakeology, any of the other products that Beachbody has, 25% discount. And there's no sales quota, so you can get that discount if you sell nothing. And some people do. Some people have no intention of working this as a business. They simply love the products and want the discount, and they can absolutely do that. And just as I said, they sign on just for that purpose. So you get 25% off. So that's pretty awesome. The second one is travel. So there are 4 times a year where there are opportunities for coaches to travel to different events. And I'm going to talk you through each one now. There's the first one is called Summit. And then there's something called the Success Club Trip, a New Leaders Conference, and a Leadership Retreat. So Coach Summit, the first one, this is for any coach at any level can attend Coach Summit, and there's one coming up this summer at Nashville. And it's basically where a whole mess of coaches, any rank, any level, get together, and we get to have so much wonderful experiences by having live workouts with the celebrity trainers. We get training from top coaches, we get inspiration, we get motivation, we hear what's coming out with the company. It's absolutely amazing, and it's well worth the time and effort to get there. But you can actually earn your trip to Summit, or your ticket to Summit rather, for free by joining something called Success Starters, which is in the first 3 months of the business. If you earn a certain benchmark in how you're doing with the business called Success Club, then you can actually earn a free ticket to Summit, which is absolutely amazing. The second one is the Success Club Trip, and it's purely a reward trip for reaching certain benchmarks in your business. You can actually earn this for free, which is crazy. It's amazing. So the Success Club Trip in 2015 is to Cancun, Mexico, and the Success Club Trip in 2016 is actually a cruise. And they're setting sail on the SS Beachbody, which is, I think, one of the largest cruise ships around. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. And these trips, again, you can earn for free by hitting certain benchmarks in your business. The New Leaders Conference is actually kind of the next level, and this is for as you advance in the company, you can earn a trip to Los Angeles. Was the first New Leaders Conference they had in January, and it was for coaches who ranked a certain level, and they put all of us up in hotels. We had speakers from within the Beachbody company, some coaches who had top coaches spoke to us and shared with us some of their strategies and how they made their success in the business and tips and all that kind of stuff. And we had live workouts with the trainers, and we got to just be around other coaches who were trying to move their business forward as well, and have an amazing time, get totally inspired, and so on. And that's similar to the next one, which is the Leadership Retreat, which is again for a certain rank in the company and above. And you get the same idea of trainings, and you get to hear about new products, and you get to talk with some celebrity trainers and hear from the CEO. And it's just an amazing time to be around other people in this business who can really help you push forward. In addition, other perks are that you get access to new programs that come out. So this is one, PIO, which I think maybe you've heard of. There was also the 21-Day Fix Extreme, and you get the option or the opportunity to be with the celebrity trainers and hear more what's coming out and be kind of on the cutting edge and be the first to try new things, which is pretty awesome. And sometimes you even get the chance to meet with some of the trainers. That's Autumn Calabrese and me at the New Leaders Conference. But then there are the things that you just can't even put a price tag on, those intangible benefits that maybe you can't see from the pictures, but I'm going to try and show you anyway. And for me, that is just time with my family that I didn't otherwise have in my other job, and things that I would have missed out on, like Saturday T-ball games that I would have missed had I not had a job like this. And for me, something that was hugely important to me was to be able to see my son get on and off the bus, whether he had a half day or a full day. Those were things that I was going to miss that I now treasure. In addition, there is working towards your own goals and having the accountability to get there yourself. So staying on track. I know I personally probably wouldn't be staying on track with my health and fitness if it wasn't for being a coach myself. So it's this awesome bonus that while I'm helping other people, while I'm earning an income, it's actually my job. I consider it my job to stay in shape and stay on course with my meal plan and make goals for me personally, which is to do a Tough Mudder this year. So that's pretty cool that that's part of my actual job. In addition, there is the personal development piece, which I don't think I can speak highly enough. Coming from a social work background, this idea of constantly trying to improve myself and see the world in a different way and get the perspective on the world that I wouldn't otherwise have, and that it's absolutely vital in this business, and Beachbody itself promotes personal development as part of a vital behavior in this business is amazing. So it's reading some of these books like The Compound Effect, The Power of Habit, The Go-Giver, that have really provided so much value to my life, and being a part of a company like this that translates some of those lessons learned in the business to all areas of my life has been absolutely amazing. Learning these kinds of lessons as well, that the only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. That is something I've absolutely been learning and working on as a coach, as a challenger, as a person, and it's a lesson I simply would not have come across, I don't think, had it been for this business. That, as well as being a part of a team, an amazing team, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow, that is full of positive energy, support. It's unlike any other business out there where everybody is trying to help each other succeed. We're not trying to push people down to get ahead or anything like that. It's really just everybody's working together to provide amazing service to other people while we're all trying to do better and help everyone else get better as well. And finally, this is one of my favorite lessons too from becoming a coach, is to not focus on the length of the journey, but each step, to win the day. It's kind of my motto for this year, not only for myself and my coaches, but for my challengers and for my family. It's just been an amazing thing to discover through this whole coaching opportunity. And then finally, as a coach, you can't speak enough to the value of helping somebody else. Now, you can hold this. So this might be something kind of tangible. Of course, there's before and after photos that are absolutely amazing to be a part of in some way. But it's not just the actual weight loss that some people feel. Sometimes it's about feeling or hopefully all the time, it's about feeling like you're the best that you can be. So fitting back into a wedding dress from over 20 years prior, or nearly 20 years prior, absolutely amazing. Hearing success stories about people who have really changed their lives, feeling stronger, eating better, feeling better than they had in years. I mean, it's an amazing thing to be a part of somebody else's journey like that. And even as a coach, to hear that people are having success and being able to put money aside for things like a new car, where otherwise they wouldn't have had that kind of not success financially, they wouldn't have been able to do that had it not been for an opportunity like this to come along. Okay, so having said all that, let's get to the fine print so you can make sure that you're fully aware of what you're getting into here with coaching. There is, after the first month, one monthly fee, which is $15.95, and that is to cover the cost of back office tools and your dashboard in the back. So this is a little snapshot of how it might look to you when you get into your back office, which is basically an online tool to point people to when they want to order something through you. There's something called Success on Demand that you have free access to, which is a whole mess of personal development. It's absolutely amazing way to continue your own personal journey, not only to health and fitness physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. And that $15.95 monthly fee also covers your websites, which is where people order through you. So we don't personally stockpile any kind of workout programs, Shakeology, whatever. That's all done through Beachbody. All that customer service and shipping and all that kind of stuff is handled through the company, not through us, thank goodness. So that's partly what your $15.95 monthly fee goes to. And then, of course, the advertising that they do for us with their amazing infomercials, that's all part of that fee. The other piece that's worth mentioning is that there's a military discount where that fee, that $15.95 fee in the is waived for any active military or active military spouses, as well as veterans. So if that applies to you, you can actually get that fee completely waived, because Beachbody really values military and wants to make sure that they are able to do this business without any fees at all, which is amazing. And then finally, the fine print I want to mention is this idea of becoming what we call an active coach. And it's something that if you plan on running this as a business versus a discount coach, it's something that could be meaningful to you. And basically what it means is that you have 50 personal volume coming through your account per month. And that could be from something that you're ordering. So for example, Shakeology is worth 90 PV. So if you are getting Shakeology every month, you will be active, no problem. Or it can come from a customer who orders through your account. Now, if you go inactive a month, there's really no penalty at all involved. And it happens sometimes, or you can, if you're running this as a business, you probably won't have any trouble being an active coach. And that's something that we'll talk more about in our Coach Basics training that we're going to talk about tomorrow. But finally, the fine print, I want to make sure that you know this too. You can cancel at any time without penalty because there is no contract. You're not locked into coaching for any period of time. There's no 6-month or annual or anything like that. It's your business, so you can do it however you want. You can jump on board now. You can decide to be inactive and go active, and all those things are just fine because there's no penalty and no contract. So let's review. We're coming to the end here. Let's review what we talked about today. We talked about the earning potential in this business and how we actually earn money, and that was through commission and bonuses. We talked about the perks. So we talked about discounts and travel and the intangible things. And then we also talked about the fine print. So what you can expect as far as fees and so on. So tomorrow, we're going to get back to our series here, and we're going to talk about, finally, the last video. Here we go. There we go. We're going to talk about how to join, what's involved, and the support you'll receive as part of our team. And we really are a team of coaches, all helping each other to succeed. So stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow for our last video of the series. Thanks so much.